read, but who does Gervonta remind you of?
So many different great fighters. So many different fighters.
Being one of the greatest in the sport, Mike Tyson has always seen Tank as one of the best fighters.
I'm good, man. Chilling before I go to... Huh?
I just came back from the gym.
Oh, you just came back from the gym?
Yeah.
Just recently, he and Tank went on a live call where Tyson wished Tank the best and even gave him tips ahead of Shakur.
Yeah. Trying to make sure I train hard so I won't, slip up.
Well, listen, that's true too, but you have to know you got to be a Lomachenko.
Even Roy Jones has openly compared Tank to Tyson, but Tank thinks he is much better than Tyson.
What do you think about people comparing Tank Davis to you? What do you think about that?
Tank is a great fighter.
You think he's a great fighter? But what do you think about them comparing him to you? You're a legend, my friend.
Well, he'll be one too if he keeps fighting.
Oh, okay.
Ahead of Gervonta Davis's upcoming fight, Mike Tyson has expressed strong confidence in Tank Davis's potential to remain undefeated in his career. According to Tyson, Tank has always showcased his ring mastery, especially during the highly anticipated matchup against Ryan Garcia.
Straight left hand lands for layoff is the shortest Davis has had between fights
at the moment, and he said, "No, I don't mind."
The ones he's landed have been good.
The fight, which headlined a Showtime pay-per-view event, was massive not just for the action in the ring, but also for the pre-fight heat. Davis and Garcia had publicly agreed to bet their entire purses on the outcome, something that showed their belief in their own abilities and their rivalry's intensity. However, the wager was ultimately not placed, a fortunate turn for Garcia, considering the fight's outcome.
And that's the one thing they were worried about. Bounces back up quickly. See it can't. Oh, and he hits again with that left through the guard. Left hook by Garcia.
In the main event, Gervonta Davis displayed why he's considered one of the most formidable fighters in the lightweight division. He dominated the bout, scoring an early knockdown in the second round. Davis's power and precision were on full display, and he sealed his victory with a devastating body shot in the 7th round, which left Garcia unable to continue. The victory not only solidified Davis's status as a top contender, but also sparked discussions about his place in boxing history.
There's that left hook again as Tank stays just low enough. Quick uppercut. Ryan's going for the big shot! Down! Garcia on a 30 straight left!
Following the win, Davis was asked if he saw himself as the face of boxing, a label previously endorsed by his former mentor, Floyd Mayweather. The question brought back memories of when Mayweather anointed Davis as a future star. In response, Davis confidently embraced the title, further backed up by the success of the event and his own performance.
You don't have to have friends to negotiate a deal.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Two black men should be able to have a conversation about business and not.
It is from this kind of success that Mike Tyson recently weighed in on Davis's future. In an interview with Pro Wrestling Bits, Tyson shared his belief that Gervonta Davis has a strong chance of retiring undefeated. He acknowledged the challenges that lie ahead, mentioning Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson as the most significant threats to Davis's unbeaten record. Tyson said, "There's a great possibility that he does retire undefeated, but then we've got Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. Those guys are very good. Those are the only two guys that are possibly a threat to him."
He's he's a special fighter. So his only threat is Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson.
While Davis has established himself as a dominant force, the presence of talented contenders like Haney and Stevenson ensures that the road ahead won't be easy. According to Tyson, these fighters are known for their technical skills and strategic acumen, making them formidable opponents for Davis.
What do you think about Shakur Stevenson and Haney?
They both good young fighters.
You ever sparred with them before?
Yeah, I sparred with Shakur.
Following this, Mike Tyson recently appeared on a live session with Gervonta Davis, offering him tips and advice on how to prepare for a potential fight with Shakur Stevenson. While Tyson's endorsement of Davis's abilities was evident, his acknowledgement of Stevenson as a credible threat underscores the respect that Tank has for his potential challengers. Tyson's guidance, rooted in his extensive experience in the sport, was seen as a valuable resource for Davis as he navigated his career.
Do you see in these fighters that make them equipped to defeat Gervonta Davis, somebody as skilled as Gervonta?
Their experience. Their experience.
The mention of sparring sessions adds another layer to the discussion. Tyson pointed out that Davis, Haney, and Stevenson have likely faced each other in sparring, a common practice among elite boxers. However, he cautioned against placing too much emphasis on sparring results, as they don't always translate to the same outcomes in actual fights.
I know they boxed before, and some people got the advantage over others in sparring. Sparring's not like fighting. For some reason, people don't.
I know they've boxed before, and some people got the advantage over others in sparring, but sparring's not like fighting, Tyson explained. This distinction is interesting, as the dynamics and pressures of a professional fight differ significantly from those in a training environment. But it is not only Mike Tyson who views Tank as one of the greatest fighters. Roy Jones Jr. has joined Mike Tyson in praising Gervonta "Tank" Davis, further cementing Davis's reputation. According to Jones, the lightweight division is full of exceptional fighters, including Shakur Stevenson, Vasily Lomachenko, Devin Haney, and Ryan Garcia. However, Jones has singled out Davis for his extraordinary skills and potential. In a conversation with Steven Jackson on All the Smoke Fight, Jones extolled Davis's capabilities, describing him as one of the best ones out there. He emphasized that Davis is not just a powerful puncher, but also a highly skilled boxer, a combination that makes him stand out among his peers. He's really one of the pound-for-pound best ones out of the coop, Jones said, emphasizing Davis's versatility and technical expertise.
Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power.
Jones elaborated on Davis's abilities, highlighting his proficiency in both offensive and defensive maneuvers. Davis's capability to punch with power and finesse is matched by his boxing acumen, allowing him to adapt and execute strategies effectively in the ring. He can punch, but he also can box, Jones said. Some that can punch can't box. He can box, he can punch, he can move laterally, he can do it left side, right side. This versatility is particularly seen in today's boxing landscape, where many fighters specialize in either power or technique, but rarely excel in both. Davis's southpaw stance adds another layer of complexity for his opponents, making him a challenging fighter to predict and counter. He can do whatever he needs to do as a southpaw to get the job done, and that's saying a lot, because not many guys can do that today, Jones added.
But I think when they bring challenges, he locks in.
Yeah, he fights to the level of his competition. He was doing that a lot.
And he got to be careful of that.
2 fights ago, he was really doing that.
You feel me? So you got to be careful of that, because
Davis's record speaks volumes about his knockout power, with 28 of his 30 wins coming by knockout. However, Jones pointed out that it's not just the power, but also Davis's strategic intelligence that sets him apart. He shows discipline enough to know he got enough shock on his punch, but he knows how to set the punch up before he does it, Jones explained. This ability to set up his punches is a hallmark of Davis's fighting style, showcasing his understanding of timing and positioning.
if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you got to be careful of. Other than that, Tank is a really good fighter.
Jones likened Davis's approach in the ring to playing chess, a game of strategy and foresight. He noted that being able to set up punches and anticipate an opponent's moves is a rare skill that makes Davis exceptionally dangerous. That's a real chess player in the boxing ring, Jones said. That's the most deadly kind of guy in the world besides a Mike Tyson type guy in boxing. A guy that can play chess in that boxing ring is a killer, and that's what Tank can do. Further comparing Davis to other elite fighters, Jones mentioned Terrence Crawford as another boxer who excels in setting up his punches, suggesting that Davis and Crawford are among the best in the sport due to their tactical acumen. That's what makes him and Terrence Crawford two of the best right now because of their setup game, Jones concluded.
To me, he can punch, but he also can box. You understand me? Some that can box can't punch. Some that can punch can't box. He can box, he can punch, he can move laterally, he can do it left side, right side.
This high praise from Roy Jones Jr. adds to the growing recognition of Gervonta Davis as not only a power puncher, but also a complete fighter with a deep understanding of the sport's strategic elements. But till now, Tank has often been compared to legendary heavyweight boxer Mike Tyson. This comparison stems from Davis's fearsome reputation in the ring, reminiscent of Tyson's early career when he was feared for his explosive power and aggressive style. However, Davis himself believes that these comparisons may not fully capture his skills and style as a boxer.
The thing about it is Tank has been doing a great job what he's been doing, so he ain't have to call nobody's name. He don't have to do nothing. He's fine because he must see TV by himself. That's what you want to be able to be.
In an interesting assessment of his abilities, Davis distinguished himself from Tyson, emphasizing that while Tyson was an exceptional fighter, their styles differ significantly. According to Davis, he sees himself as a more well-rounded fighter than Tyson, who he characterized as primarily a brawler. In a tweet shared by boxing reporter Michael Benson, Davis elaborated on his perspective, stating, "I think I'm a boxer puncher. Mike Tyson was a brawler. Mike Tyson's got power and skills. I feel as though I have the whole package." This statement reflects Davis's confidence in his boxing skills, highlighting his belief that he possesses a more comprehensive set of abilities compared to Tyson. While Tyson was indeed known for his power and intimidating presence in the ring, Davis suggests that his own approach combines technical skill, defensive acumen, and strategic boxing, making him a more versatile fighter. Davis's self-assessment points to his identity as a boxer-puncher, a style that combines the ability to deliver powerful punches with technical boxing skills. This approach allows him to adapt to different opponents and situations in the ring, utilizing both offensive and defensive tactics. In contrast, Tyson's reputation was largely built on his aggressive style and knockout power, which often overwhelmed his opponents quickly.
Wanting to do the talk to some of the, not even the people that went broke, but just people like legend spirit, like a Sugar Ray Leonard.
Despite drawing comparisons to Tyson, Davis is more frequently associated with another legendary boxer, Floyd Mayweather Jr. Unlike Tyson, Mayweather is celebrated for his defensive and technical skills and tactical intelligence in the ring. Davis, who has trained under Mayweather's guidance, has adopted some of these elements into his own fighting style. While he possesses massive knockout power, Davis also emphasizes defense and counterpunching, showcasing a more measured and strategic approach to boxing. This blend of skills positions Davis uniquely within the sport. He has the power to end fights dramatically, much like Tyson, but also the technical skills and defensive awareness that reminds everyone of Mayweather.
What's the other guy name? The heavyweight with the grill?
Oh, George Foreman.
George Foreman, yeah, definitely need to talk to them. Even Mike Tyson.
This combination makes him a formidable opponent and a compelling figure in the lightweight division, where he continues to build his legacy. While Davis acknowledges his differences from Tyson, he has always shown respect for the heavyweight legend. He recognizes Tyson's impact on the sport and the legacy he has left behind. The boxing world is currently in a state of flux, with several high-profile fighters uncertain about their next moves. Canelo Alvarez, one of the sport's biggest stars, has yet to secure an opponent for his next fight date. Meanwhile, Devin Haney's future plans remain unclear following the fallout from the Ryan Garcia fight, and Gervonta "Tank" Davis is also navigating a similar uncertainty as a potential bout with Vasily Lomachenko has seemingly fallen through.
That we have to give him the opportunity to review everything and make his determination.
With the negotiations.
Among these big names, Gervonta Davis's situation is of particular interest to Shakur Stevenson. Stevenson, fresh off a recent victory against Artem, is eager to solidify his standing in the sport with a significant win. A match against Davis would undoubtedly be a high-stakes, high-profile fight, providing Stevenson with the opportunity to not only prove himself against one of the best, but also to address critics who question his level of competition. Stevenson's desire to face Davis was pushed by his co-manager Josh Dubin, who spoke with Boxing Scene about their readiness to negotiate a fight. It's all up to Tank. The one thing about Shakur, he will take anyone you put in front of him. We're here and waiting and ready to negotiate, Dubin stated.
Yeah, boxing.
Yeah.
Me and Tank the biggest fight.
That's the one.
It's the biggest fight in the world.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be the biggest boxing fight in the world when it happens.
This comment highlights Stevenson's willingness to take on any challenge, a quality that has been a hallmark of his career thus far. Well, apart from other negative sides on his performance, Dubin also talked on the practical realities that often dictate whether high-profile fights materialize, emphasizing the financial aspects of arranging such a bout. We'll know how realistic it is by how financially viable they make it for Shakur. We have our phone lines open, ready for a call, and they have our numbers. It's a fight Shakur really wants. He's been begging for it for a long time, he explained. This transparency about the financial considerations adds a layer of complexity to the negotiations, as both sides will need to reach a mutually beneficial agreement. Shakur Stevenson, on the other hand, has been active on social media, addressing criticism about his recent wins. Initially, he responded to the talk surrounding a potential fight with Gervonta Tank Davis with a simple smirk emoji, a subtle yet telling reaction. However, he later posted a more direct message to his fans, reassuring them that his dreams are near, and emphasizing that negotiations don't happen on Twitter. This statement suggests Stevenson's focus remains firmly on his career goals, and he is keen to manage expectations and speculation in a measured manner.
They throw shots, but they say so, like he throws shots and then want to be buddy-buddy. You know what I mean?
In another post, Stevenson extended an open invitation to Davis's team to initiate discussions, signaling his readiness to engage in serious negotiations. This proactive stance underscores Stevenson's eagerness to face Davis, acknowledging the importance of formal talks over casual social media exchanges. The dialogue around this potential matchup intensified when Davis's co-trainer, Kenny Ellis, described Lomachenko's decision not to pursue a fight with Davis as a duck. Ellis hinted that they would now turn their attention to Stevenson, challenging him to prove he won't similarly avoid the fight. This commentary from Davis's camp adds a layer of pressure and public intrigue, setting the stage for a potential showdown between two of boxing's brightest stars. The prospect of this fight is bolstered by Stevenson's current contractual freedom. With Stevenson now out of his promotional contract and yet to make a definitive decision on his next steps, the path to arranging a fight with Davis appears clearer. This fight represents not only a significant financial opportunity, but also a considerable professional risk for Stevenson.
He is ass. He is ass.
Both fighters are undefeated, adding high stakes to the potential bout. For Stevenson, facing Davis offers a chance to solidify his standing in the boxing world and address any doubts about his skills. It would be a big event for him, likely drawing substantial attention and revenue. However, it also brings along a big challenge, as Davis is known for his power and skill, making him a formidable opponent. Now, following Gervonta Davis's latest fight, a social media post by his co-trainer Kenny Ellis stirred controversy and confusion. Ellis humorously claimed that Vasyl Lomachenko would step aside to allow a Davis versus Shakur Stevenson bout in the fall, with Lomachenko to fight the winner in early 2025. Despite the tongue-in-cheek nature of the comment, many fans took it seriously, sparking widespread speculation and debate.
I'm not gonna put it out while you left, but you remember.
Why you think I left?
It came out your mouth.
Let me hear this. I want to hear
it. It came out your mouth, Shakur. You gonna deny that shit?
The post caught the attention of Bob Arum, a veteran boxing promoter who works with Lomachenko. Arum responded sharply to the rumors, telling Boxing Scene, "These guys make up S********. His comment was based on the lack of factual basis in Ellis's post and highlighted the sometimes volatile nature of boxing rumors on social media. Ellis later clarified his statement, emphasizing that it was intended as a joke. He expressed surprise at the lack of humor among fans and confirmed that the anticipated Davis versus Lomachenko fight was still in the works. "Where is the sense of humor? I was just joking. Tank versus Loma is still on," Ellis stated on Monday, attempting to quell the confusion. The potential matchup between Davis and Lomachenko has been a topic of interest for several years. Back in 2017, when Davis first captured a world title at super featherweight, Lomachenko was widely regarded as the division's dominant figure. At that time, there was massive interest in a unification bout between the two, but Davis's team opted for a different path.
Tank Davis has called you out over social media, mate. Your response to that?
One more time, please.
Tank Davis.
Tank Davis called
called out Loma on social media.
This decision was likely influenced by Davis's youth and relative inexperience, as he was just 21 years old and the youngest champion in the sport, while Lomachenko was at the peak of his career. Since then, the dynamics have shifted. Lomachenko has experienced a decline in his career, suffering notable defeats to Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney. Now at 36, Lomachenko's skills remain formidable, but questions about his longevity and ability to compete at the highest level have emerged. Nonetheless, he recently secured a victory over George Kambosos, regaining a lightweight belt and demonstrating that he remains a significant force in the division. On the other hand, Davis has matured into his prime, solidifying his reputation as one of boxing's most exciting talents. At 29, he has amassed a series of impressive victories, showcasing his power, speed, and tactical acumen. A fight with Lomachenko would not only be a highly anticipated event, but also a pivotal moment in Davis's career, offering a chance to defeat a decorated former champion and further cement his status as a top contender.
I can see that Lomachenko is going to land a lot of shots on him, but I can also see Davison catch him with the counter left or catch him with some power shots, because maybe Lomachenko will leave himself open.
Despite the mix-up caused by Ellis's joking post, the prospect of a Davis versus Lomachenko fight continues to generate excitement among fans and analysts. As negotiations and planning continue, the boxing community remains hopeful that this long-awaited matchup will finally materialize, providing a showcase for two of the sport's most skilled practitioners. Whether as a final chapter in Lomachenko's illustrious career or a defining victory for Davis, the potential fight promises to be a massive event in the sport. Well, what do you think? Share your thoughts below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates. See you in the next one.